Hey guys, here's Tiffany with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Shinkalion E7 Kagayaki drill form from Shinkalion Change the World. This is an E7 Kagayaki Shinkansen that can transform from crane to a robot, as well as a support vehicle that can combine with it. Included in the set are the E5 Kagayaki, the air to drill, and combination parts. So, let's get started. First up, we'll take a look at the E7 Kagayaki in crane form. So this is an E7 series Shinkansen that operates on the Kagayaki service and runs on the JR East, both the JR East Hokuriku line that goes from Tokyo all the way to Tsuruga, as well as the JR East Joetsu line, which goes from Tokyo all the way to Niigata. It's described as having sky blue for the top as well as the blue line on the side, as well as ivory white and copper for the accent lines. Back here we have a sticker with the E7 series logo, which has a stylized 7. And if you look down here, you can see that it also says JR East Japan Railway Company. Also have the molded on windshield, including molded on wipers. It does roll quite nicely. We do have a hitch to connect to other plow rail trains, as well as a port to connect the combination parts back here. Next, we'll look at the air to drill. So this is a teal drilling machine. Take a look at the details. We have the two main drills here at the front. These can be rotated manually, as well as a couple of smaller side drills. Have the front headlights here. This is a sticker you have to apply. So have stickers here on the side, a little bit of gold plastic. Does have several wheels on the bottom, as well as connectors on the back. And most of this can just roll on its own. After that, we'll transform the E7 Kagayaki into robot mode. So this has a very similar transformation to the E5 Hayabusa. First off, we need to remove the wheel wells and set them aside. Disconnect these pieces here. Separate this piece from the back. There we're going to open up this canopy and also open up this back hinge. Pull this piece down to rotate up the head. Pull this piece inwards. Rotate around the head itself. Click it into place. Close back down the canopy. Lift up the horn. And move the legs out one click. Separate out the back piece. Disconnect the arms from the legs. Fold down the feet. Okay, those are the legs. Or connect them to the hips, rather. Unfold the arms and attach the shoulder pads. From the other side. And connect the arms to the body. And here we have the Shinkalion E7 Kagayaki in robot mode. So let's take a closer look. Starting with the head, you can see it has quite a different design from the E5 Hayabusa, and once again it does maintain the core colors of the train, with the white, the blue, and the copper, as well as some silver accent and green eyes. Of course, maintain the silhouette of train mode in the chest piece, as well as the panels forming shoulders. You can see it now has this blue for the main body, as well as stickers in the same places as with the E5 Hayabusa, but they do have certain patterns to make them distinguished from one another. Because of the same body structure, it has all the same articulation, so you can basically get the same range of posability from the E7 Kagayaki as you could from the E5 Hayabusa. After that, we'll combine the E7 Kagayaki with the air drill. So, to start, we want to basically completely disassemble the air drill. Take all of these pieces, attach this piece from the back, split these sections apart, and disconnect these pieces. Like with before, we'll go from the bottom up. Take these big pieces and attach them to the bottoms of the feet. A little bit loose on mine, but they shouldn't normally be this loose. Get the other one on there. We'll take these pieces here, connect them to the shins. And then we're actually going to detach the arms entirely. And with the wheels facing outwards, connect these ones here at the sides. From there, want to lower down this piece, rotate this all the way around, and take this piece from the back, place it on the front. Like so. Same on the other side. Go in there like that. And there we'll take off the panels from here and connect these pieces to the back of the shoulders. We gotta make sure that they go into the right places. Go back here and here. Attach this to the waist. This piece will connect down here and here. Let's get you back into place. And finally, we're going to take the arms, fold them back up, and attach them to these ports on the back of the new arms. And here we have the Shinkalion E7 Kagayaki in drill form. So let's take a closer look. So with this, it does still add some things in similar ways as the trailer form for E5 Hayabusa, such as adding in the waist armor as well as shin guards called the drill leg armor, as well as some add fit pieces. What is quite different is that it's, kind of got this full arm change, where you do have these pieces now attached to the back of the shoulders, and instead you have the original arms attached back here. But it still has some possibility in the arms. You can still move them around. It actually has something of an internal ratchet joint. You still have some elbow articulation. You do still have a bicep swivel, as well as inwards and outwards movement of the arms. So it has the KUSSAKU bumper here at the front, and these drills, of course, which are the KUSSAKU twin drills. Now, as far as this goes, I'm not really sure what caused some of the parts to become more loose on mine. It does seem like for attaching the feet armor, it is perhaps a good idea to attach them from the back instead of the front, as that does seem to help them stay in place. Though I'm really not sure what made the socket here on the back kind of warp and become loose for attaching shoulders. I've admittedly had to employ a bit of an unorthodox method of using a paper towel to kind of secure it in place. And I don't know if this is a universal problem, but it still is able to hold together even if there's a possibility of the pieces coming loose. However, what we can also do is that now we have a couple of these Shinkalions with a couple of air vehicles. One of the cool things about it is that all of the air vehicles are compatible and interchangeable with the other Shinkalions. So we can take this and E5 Hayabusa and then switch their vehicles. And finally, here we have the Shinkalion E7 Kagayaki trailer form and the Shinkalion E5 Hayabusa drill form. So with these, because they share the same structure, they're able to completely use each other's air vehicles in the same way, and that definitely changes up the dynamic and looks of the different Shinkalion by giving them the different weapons. And yeah, you can see that one of the differences here with these two is how Air Trailer includes the energy parts, whereas Air Drill doesn't. And this whole thing of the energy parts is actually something that not a lot of the air vehicles have. And as far as I can tell, that's really just more for the aesthetic, because without that you have a very small sword, and just having these two kind of fins just hang off the back would not look quite as good as having these energy wings. But regardless, it is cool to be able to have this interchangeability to where if you have the different vehicles, you can get the different weapons. And it should be noted that while I have bought these in the sets that have a Shinkalion and an air vehicle, it is possible to just buy one Shinkalion and then buy the air vehicle separately if that's more your style and you don't really care too much about having the multiple trains and multiple extra vehicles. And there we go. So with this we can kind of get into a little bit more of what makes this line so appealing. In this case, it's the fact that because the Shinkalions all have a shared transformation scheme, and because they share a lot of the same core parts, it means that the air vehicles are interchangeable between the different ones. So you can, take any of the vehicles you have, put them on any of your Shinkalions, and even though it's not canon, you could, in theory, mix and match different parts to create your own original combinations beyond just the default ones. And so for the E7 Kagayaki with its drill form, you definitely get a different feel, what with this being a little bit more of a power type, having more bulk to it, having the drills to it, and it does get more into what makes this line so interesting. So, this is definitely another option for one you could start out with, because, once again, this has both the train and the vehicle, so you get both the transformation as well as some weaponry you can add on to it. Next time, we'll be taking a look at the third of the first three starting Shinkalions I have, with the Shinkalion E6 Komachi Toplifter form. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KUSSAku, writing off.